kids. You know how kids can be. So in our last video, we were live talking about what is something that you have an exuberant amount of that if you told somebody, they probably wouldn't believe you. And so I was saying that my house needs its own house for the collection of rocks that I have, because I've been collecting for like 30 plus years. Started showing kind of some of my rock collection and some of my favorite pieces. Look at this, how beautiful this is. And in our last live, there was a bunch of people that actually was saying that they collect rocks, or they used to collect rocks, or they specialize in selling gems and things like that. So I'm hoping to catch some of you back here with us in this next live. I want to thank everyone that is watching us at home tonight live as we're talking about rocks, and then open up the live video to kind of ask questions and talk about whatever. Look at this piece. So my kids recently got some rocks for Christmas to introduce them to rock collecting, which I think is kind of fun and just a unique way to open up rock collecting to kids. So we went on Amazon and we got Easter eggs filled with all different kinds of rocks this year. Instead of putting candy in the Easter eggs and introducing cavities, we introduced rock hunting and rock hounding to our kids this year. Look at this one. I call this one my little marshmallow, but it's just a plain white rock. And I don't know, I just really like the shape of these. So if you ever want to introduce your kids to rock hounding, Amazon has pre-stuffed Easter eggs with various different rocks. Look at that one. It's kind of cool. And then here's another one that I found on a trip recently. Look at that one. So pretty. I'll show you an unpolished tiger's eye in the rough. Look at this one. So when it's not polished, this is what tiger's eye looks like out in the wild, not polished. Sorry about the short intermission that I had to take, everyone. Kids will be kids, and their time to interrupt doesn't really have a schedule, unfortunately. Look at this one. Look at that. How cool is that? It's got like a few random spots on it. Can you see that? I'm just like low-key obsessed. Instead of being like the lady in her 30s that has like 20 cats, I'm the lady in her 30s that just has a bunch of rocks that need their own house. I could literally open up my own little shop selling crystals and rocks. Look at that one. If I show you something and you know what it is, shout it out in the comments, because I'm open to being educated about the things that I do not know what they are. I stick labels on my rocks. Look at this one. This one looks like a little heart shape, like a sideways heart shape one, and you can see through it. Isn't that cool? I kind of found that one in Lake Erie, so back west. Look at this one. It's interesting, though, how the front and the back on a lot of the rocks don't really look alike. Last year, I went to the Renaissance Fair, and they have a trading post. And they gave me this at the little trading post. Look at that. I actually have a bigger one that is like that much bigger sitting in my window. Like, I'm sorry, I don't know. I can't be friends with someone who doesn't own a crazy amount of something, whether it's cats, rocks, whatever. Like, I just think that rocks are like a gateway conversation to like talking to people, you know? I mean, I could sit there and tell you jokes, but that's just not me. Like, I'd rather talk about rocks or tell you stuff like, let's see something random. Okay, so like I had a midlife crisis, I guess you could call it that. I'm not 50. Or a couple years ago, I just kind of was like in a funk and wanted to re-explore my youth or rediscover like who I was. And so I bought a banana bike with the sissy handlebars, seat, purple. I mean, this bike was clearly made for somebody like 12 and under, but I decided to get all dolled up and buy this bicycle at the Goodwill store for I think like $8 and go ride it around town. And I had a blast. I was like the only the only person 21 riding a banana bike with assisty handlebars all around town, getting like weird looks from people, but I didn't care. It was like the best thing ever. But I like who do just kind of random things, no rhyme or reason, stuff like that. Or get on, you know, YouTube and talk about their crazy collections. Now, I was the crazy cat lady like 5 years ago. Funny story. I rescue stray cats, so I brought in a. Oh yeah, I'm doing good tonight. How about you, James? I brought in a stray cat that I thought was a male, because I spay, neuter, feed, kind of nurse back to health cats that are like kind of like left behind by their owners who like move and maybe don't want them anymore, because a lot of that was happening during COVID-19, and shelters were getting animals like bought and then returned like right after. So I ended up with this cat that my vet told me was a male. The cat was really scrawny, emaciated, because the owners couldn't find it when they left, so they just left it and like moved to Missouri from the state we were in. So I took in the cat. Turns out the cat was a female. The cat was pregnant, but extremely emaciated, couldn't tell, started getting fat, started getting really, really, really like Garfield fat. And like a month or two later, the cat gave birth to like 10 kittens. So I got the cat spayed, rehomed that cat, rehomed all the other cats. Then like 3-4 months go by, I'd taken another cat, same thing, the cat that thought it was a male. Cat had another 10 cats, so I ended up with like 20 cats at one point, and then spayed, fixed, neutered all the cats, and then rehomed them. And then I just kept one from the litter. He's black, and his name is Lucifer. And then when we moved here, a cat ran into my house, a calico one, and so now he has a mate, and her name is Pineapple. So, yeah, fun story of going from cat lady to just a 2-cat lady. Not the crazy cat lady. That's another Jasper. I don't know why I have so many Jaspers. I feel like I just have so many duplicates. Oh, here's my favorite. This one, it looks white, but it's actually pink. This one's a rose quartz. Hey, shout out to one of my biggest subscribers. If you haven't checked them out, they're in the comments. Show them some love. Parthmore Paranormal and UFO Angie Rick. If you follow anything paranormal, or you like kind of extraterrestrial alien type stuff, follow UFO Angie Rick. They've got all kinds of exceptional stories. If you like the paranormal, follow them. They also do car shows. They talk about classic and vintage, and we're about to do a collaboration this summer, the 3 of us, next month actually, so you guys should stay tuned for that. But yeah, show their channel some love and check them out as well. I am one of their biggest fans. I've been following Parthmore Paranormal probably, God, almost 30-something years now. I've been following them since I was in high school, and I've been out of high school a lot longer than that. I feel old saying that. Class of 08. That one. I believe I was told that this one was granite by my neighbor, but I will leave that open for debate because I do think that she is wrong. I was waiting for the other person to come back that was talking about their antique and gem shop that they run. Look at that one. So this is another, I believe from what I was told, another amethyst. It's just not polished. It's in the rough. But it's going to look beautiful if I ever do decide to put it in the rock tumbler. And here's some jade. Now, since the last of these are repeats, I'm not going to show you those, but I'm going to get into the really exciting stuff that I know everyone's really waiting for. So, have you ever seen a geode not cracked open? It looks like petrified dinosaur poop. So here is a geode not cracked open. This is what they look like. My daughter always tells me it looks like petrified dinosaur poop. Anyway, so I have not cracked these open. I'm not sure if I'm going to. I'll be careful with this one. I don't want the little tiny spikes breaking off, but look at that one. I recently acquired this one from a neighbor that I used to talk to that passed away. And I just love this addition to my collection. Look at that. Bottom's kind of interesting too. But look at all those crystals. Isn't that beautiful?
These are done.
Okay, go ahead and stick it on the counter, sweetie.
Okay, Mommy.
Okay, and then I'm going to show you a spear. Look at this one. So this is another crystal, but this one's pink. Depending on where they come from and who's cutting them, it's how they're gonna, how the shape is gonna look. That's yours, but I'm not putting in the code for that right now.
Wait, can I open it?
Yeah, but I'm not gonna put in the code.
Yeah, well,
Look at that one. Almost dropped that one. I had a label on that one, but it appears as though my kids picked that one off. Now these ones are actually rocks, but from what the person told me, I'm trying to remember recently, they're in like a glass family. Look at that one. But they're rocks. Look at that one. Look at that one. This one I got from another rock and gem show. Yeah, do you want to come up here? Yeah? You want to put them up there next to me? You want to put them up next to me? Look at this one. This one's pretty. It's the same thing as the green one that I just showed you, but this is brown. And they're in the same family.
Please now.
Look at that.
You're next to Mommy.
And this one they call
Mom, keep next to
they
you.
call this one tumbleweed. Look at that one. There we go. Where is it? I was about to show you a rock, but that turns out someone threw a button in my rock collection.
Sorry, Mom.
Oh, look at this one. This one's pretty. This one's a black crystal.
Back in there because we had
That one. And then this one, I don't do too much of the. Mommy already did that one. I don't do too much of the dyed crystals. I'm not sure, but I believe that this one is dyed. It was given to me by a friend. I prefer natural crystals. If anyone knows in the comments if the crystals come in this blue color, let me know. But pretty sure that they did something and dyed this one. Not really a huge fan of dyed ones. I already showed them that one. Look at this one. This one's got pieces of silver in it. This was just a dig in the ground.
What about this one, Mom?
I already showed them that one. Okay. Okay. Nope. Stop. Please put it back.
No, you can that on and we go in our room. Can you turn this on so we can stop?
Okay, if I do that, will you let me finish what I'm doing?
Yeah. We'll share together. I won't. Close our eyes. And no peek at all.
1 second. Kids will be kids.
Huh?
Okay, there you go. There it is. There it is. There. Go share. Go share. Here, take him with you. I'm going to show you the big kahuna. The big kahuna in a minute. I have to go take him so he can go play. Say hi. Say hi to everybody. This guy's so cute. Okay, here. Turn on your light. Turn on your light so you guys can see. Okay, I'm going to show you guys the big crystals right now. Like when I say my house needs its own house, it really do. It really do. Look at this one. And then this one just got brought back from Texas, so I am in love with this one. Look at this one. No! Look at that. And then it's got little crystals underneath it. I'm pulling them off. So when I say I have a collection in my bathroom, I'm about to show you the collection in my bathroom as well. Look at this. That one pretty cool. That's the top side of that one. Now look at the bottom. Look at these crystals though. Look at all of them peeking out. Isn't that kind of interesting? And then we've got a, oops, I'm trying to see if I can pull this geode out without it falling down.
The baby's crying for
Okay,
no reason.
I will take care of him in a minute.
He's crying because he wants Bill.
No, that's not why he's crying. Look at that one. It's a nice blue one. You can only see kind of when the light hits it. I don't know if you saw that just a minute ago. See that right up there? Where my finger is, you can see the light hitting. Hi. Hi to the new people who sat here and joined us. Look at this one. See that one? And then here's a big version of the tiny pink quartz crystal that I showed you guys. Look at that one. Bigger chunk of it. Now, something funny that I'm gonna show you one last one. Or am I? This one, so apparently when you get crystals, you have to be careful to keep them in a dry place, because if you don't and it starts getting damp, they will start growing stuff on it. Like, can you see all that white stuff on my crystal? So that's natural salt crystal formations growing on this crystal, because these like stay in my bathroom. This one. I just have a couple different ones because, you know, look at that one. Okay, I said I'll be right there.
I'm going to.
Okay. Okay. Now, let me show you my agate, my grape cluster one.
Can
This
I
one.
see it?
Did you see that?
Can I see it?
Not pretty cool. Then I have another one that's in the same family, but different color. They call these grape agate. Look at that. You see that one?
Can I have?
Yeah, my son is teething, and so it's just really bad right now. He's got 3 or 4 teeth coming in.
Can I have something for to wave with?
Yes, give me a second. Yeah, so I try to put him down for a nap right now because, or not really nap time, but like bedtime, because it is his time to go to sleep. So yeah, he is crying because when you're cutting teeth and you're a baby, it hurts. Here. I am gonna go and check on him right now, because the other thing could be is that just make sure you put it in there flush. The other thing could be is that my daughter could be like, yeah. Come here. Yeah, this is the little guy you hear crying. When you're teething can be pretty bad.
Go down.
It can be pretty awful. That is it though. That's pretty much like my, in a nutshell, my collection. What do y'all think? Mama got you. It's okay. Yeah, Mama got you. Give me 1 second, y'all. One second. Okay. So yes, mothering has no time, so I'm gonna do this. He is teething, and yes, I am breastfeeding. Yeah, he's growing a lot, so there's that. So anybody in the comments that's joining us, do you collect rocks? If so, what kind? Or what kind of questions do you have? What time is it where you're all joining us from? Like right now it's 8:33 p.m. California time. So we're in our nighttime phase, even though it's basically still light outside, daylight savings time. Where's everyone joining us from? Free Fire Gaming? What is that? You want to tell me about your username? What's the story behind that? 4:33 in England in the morning. So are you like up getting ready for work, or what are you doing? I have never been to England, but it is definitely on like my lengthy bucket list of things to do before I die. There are so many things that I want to go and explore in England, not just the cemetery, or the readings of Edgar Allan Poe, but there's a lot of really cool things to do in England. Oh, yeah, I feel that. Do you have insomnia? I suffer from insomnia, so I'm usually up until like 1, 2 in the morning, till finally when my sleep paralysis demons take over and I fall asleep. If you don't know what that is, a sleep paralysis demon is where you've been awake for a very long period of time, and then your brain starts to see like things or entities that aren't there because you didn't get enough sleep. Like some people will see the lucrative dark figure, the Hat Man, and he's just like a man dressed in a suit, wears a hat, and he's another sleep paralysis demon that people see when they don't sleep. Fun fact. Or not fun fact, depending on what terrifies you. Yeah, I feel that. I don't know. I feel like we're, because of the cycle that the moon is in, I feel like that has a lot to do with the universe, or the cycle that the moon is in. It may inhibit your sleep patterns. I live in Northern California. I don't do an OnlyFans. I used to, but not anymore. Mhm. Nope. Obviously, if you heard all the crying, you see that I got 3 rugrats running around. Definitely not single. At least not for the last 6.5 years. Although most days it does feel like I'm single. What?
All of the games and stuff.
Okay, can you go ahead and go play your games, okay?
And stuff.
And make sure you go in there and go play, but leave the room open because obviously you don't want the cats popping a squat on the floor.
Watch Netflix, but what?
Honey, I gotta ask your dad the password for Netflix. Go, come on. You promised that if I let you do your Netflix or your tablet thing, you'd go away. Go on, please. Go, please. I'll be in a minute to read you a story. No, you can't. Kids.
Hi. I'm wearing Hello Kitty. See?
Kids be loving to say hi. You want to come say hi, Lavender?
I love Hello Kitty. Just double thumbs up and comment down below. Or 511-1052.
Go on. Go, please. No. Go to your room, please.
I'm gonna show them what game I'm gonna be on.
Okay. Can you please go take it to your room?
Okay.
Please.
Wonder, can I help you? All I get to do is nothing. No!
Go on. Take it to your room, please. Go on. I'll be in a minute to figure out what story we're going to read.
Okay.
Go ahead. Close the door, please. Oh, my God. No, they just wanted to have me explain to them. So we got them, I guess, I mistakenly bought, I guess, somehow Chinese versions of Americanized tablets for kids. You know how like you go to Best Buy and buy a tablet or whatever's in your area. Well, apparently when I clicked on it, I must have not read all the description. And when they sent me a tablet, it was in Chinese. So I was trying to figure out how to program it to English. And so some of the stuff, even though you can download it in English, a lot of it will show up in Chinese. So I'm trying to explain to them how this ATTK brand Chinese tablet works from Amazon. Just so everyone knows, because I see a lot of stuff comments being held for review. YouTube does monitor when anyone goes live. So if your comments are not appropriate, they will hold your comments for review, and it can also potentially lead to having your own personal accounts deleted. So make sure that you police your own self about what you're saying or asking, because if it is what they deem to be inappropriate or explicit, they can ban you from YouTube. Anyway, what is everyone up to this evening or this morning? I see that there was a person joining us from China, but I think they left the chat. Swallow the stone. So if you actually swallow any of those stones or crystals, that can cause gastrointestinal issues, and it can actually put a hole in the lining of your intestine. And then if air becomes blocked in the lining of your intestine because you ate a rock, you can actually die. I've seen a lot of stuff. I used to work security overnight at 12-hour shifts. It's like 7 days a week at a hospital. And you wouldn't believe the number of things that we've seen people either swallow or put up in their bum. When I say bum, I mean their behind. I once worked security. I won't disclose the hospital because I don't want to get them in trouble or jeopardize my job that I've had for way too long now. But I recall like an instance, this was like 2 weeks ago. A lady came in, and I guess her and her husband, we'll just say, to not get censored by YouTube, they make adult toys. Y'all know what I'm talking about. That can go in either end. Anyway, so she was at home testing out a homemade toy. I don't know if it was a plug or if it was a vibrating thing. I don't know what. Anyway, she decided to test it out, and then apparently it traveled a little too far up, you know what I'm saying? And it became stuck, and she started to have a heart attack because the thing wouldn't stop buzzing. And so she was having multiple, if you know what I'm saying. And they had to sedate her because she was acting crazy, and they had to sedate her